This time we'll reconvene the Bedford City Council.
President, it's my honor and privilege to nominate one of my colleagues, a young colleague from Ward 2, Steve Martins, for President of the Bedford City Council for 2012.
I stand here humbled and honored to speak in support of my friend, who has become a very close friend over the last few years on the New Bedford City Council.
Councillor Alves?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Bousquet?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Oliveira?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Saunders?
Yes.
Yes, 11-0.
Passes 11-0. Will Councillors...
Good evening. I want to take this opportunity to thank my colleagues for their support and unanimously voting for me as their City Council President. When I first took office 4 years ago, our country, state, and city faced an uphill battle due to the economic crisis. In New Bedford, unemployment was rising, foreclosures were looming, businesses were suffering, and the city was faced with many difficult decisions to deep budget cuts. But we worked closely with the last administration, and at times challenged those decisions. But because of our hard work and long nights of debate, New Bedford stands as one of the strongest cities in our state. Our city's troubles financial situation hasn't disappeared, and I strongly believe that we will be making some more difficult decisions within this term. But we cannot ignore these problems one day longer. Given the challenges we face, we need to look for better and smarter ways to meet our responsibilities. And so, over the coming weeks, I'll begin to work on 3 new initiatives as your council president. First, just as we work to keep our city vibrant and strong, we must work to keep our government relevant. Our charter hasn't been updated for about 5 decades, and we must work to make sure our government is on the right course for New Bedford's future. Changing the structure of our government deserves our full attention, so that we can take a serious look at every detail and engage community participation. Government works best when it takes time to listen. I'll be creating a special committee and announcing within the next couple of weeks who will be heading this special committee on charter reform. While I understand this is a lengthy process, I want to make it clear that this process starts now. And I know that all of you will work together with the citizens of our city to do what's best for New Bedford, to bring our government into the 21st century while preserving our traditional values of this council. Secondly, as you heard in Mayor Mitchell's speech tonight, many of us have long complained about the irresponsible actions of landlords who ignore the issues caused by their tenants or even victimize their neighbors. Some stand as their properties decay. Some tenants have threatened if they complain about their unsuitable living conditions. We need to find ways to prevent the same nuisance locations from occupying valuable police time. We need new solutions to confront this problem of vacant and abandoned buildings in our city. I have worked closely with Ward 6 City Councillor Joseph Lopes on some new initiatives that could help tackle these very issues that the city is facing. My conversations with the new administration has given me the confidence that this will be the year that these problems are seriously addressed. The City Council has supported and passed ordinances in these last couple of years that has put the wheels in motion for addressing such issues as keeping our neighborhoods clean and holding landlords accountable. Therefore, in my conversations last month with Mayor-elect Mitchell and City Solicitor Markey, I have asked him to create a properties task force to uncover new ways to identify absentee landlords, utilizing all available laws to hold landlords and tenants accountable, and to work with the City Council to create new ordinances that will bring the quality of life back to our neighborhoods. People deserve to live in areas where their safety and quality of life is not compromised by the activities of other residents, and at times, some businesses. This task force initiative is a smart solution for targeting problem areas and demanding accountability in New Bedford neighborhoods. Lastly, in shaping the future of our city, our children and their schools must come first. This City Council has worked hard to attract and retain the best and the brightest, and we must work even harder to ensure that every child raised in New Bedford has the best education possible. We must support and work with our Mayor, Superintendent Francis, and school committee to ensure that every child gets a high school diploma. Our dropout rate is unacceptable, and we can no longer, as a city council, sit back and watch. For our teachers to succeed, they must have the involvement of the parents. If we want to give our children the education they deserve, parents must be involved. They must get off the sidelines and work in partnership with educators. I have always said that the most important door to every child's education is the front door of their very own home. To all my colleagues on the council, the time is now to be an active part of this conversation. There are many success stories in our schools, but we also have to recognize that many challenges our school system faces, and the distance we must go before we can declare that New Bedford public schools are where they should be. The time is now to play an active role in our school system. Every child that has one chance of a good education, and we should be a part of giving each and every one of them the very best that we can provide. In addition to those three important initiatives, we must always strive and raise the level of our government's efficiency. As an example, I have conversations with the MIS department to have Wi-Fi installed in our city council chambers within the next couple of weeks. There have been several times that this council has received last-minute emails or documents that we couldn't access during a session. Access to this information potentially could make a difference on the outcome of a particular vote. Our local government should not be left out of the technology advances of the 21st century, and I hope that this will be a step forward in a positive direction. Again, I want to thank all of you for your support and confidence in me. I look forward to serving the citizens of our great city as your council president, and to working with each and every one of you to make New Bedford the best city in America. Thank you. Now let's get to work. Thank you.
Council President Gomes submitting to the full City Council the appointment of Attorney David J. Kuratowski.
Motion passes 11-0. I ask our city clerk to please swear in
Council 2740.
the following schools: Duval's Elementary School, Campbell Elementary, Hathaway Elementary, Winslow Elementary, and Parker Elementary. Window project. This vote by the City Council does not bind the city financially